Greetings and welcome to practical number 8 for fluid mechanics. This session we are going to visit some innovative projects related with the fluid mechanics. To be precise, we are going to discuss some innovations in the field of free energy water pump. As this is the era of education 4.0, and as for the education 4.0 means the innovation producing education. So it is necessary that outcome of each subject after learning of particular subject, you must implement that knowledge to innovate something. So through this session, we'll definitely get that particular outcome that whatever, take a particular part, take a particular lesson, take a particular knowledge from the subject and apply it in the real world application and do some innovative work. So that is the purpose of preparing this particular session. So as far as the content of these sessions are concerned, so the aims and objectives of the session will first define. Then the theoretical part related with the whatever the innovation we are going to visit. Actually, through YouTube media, there are various innovations, innovative videos are available. So I have collected some innovative videos related with the fluid mechanics. So I will going to visit. I will going to uh, present these videos in this particular session, and finally the conclusions from this particular session. So the aims and objective, this particular session, we are going to understand the working principle of hydraulic ram first. Hydraulic ram is not a new technology. It's the old technology right from the 1799. This particular technology is introduced. And this is nothing but the energy less or free energy water pump. Another name of hydraulic ram is the free energy water pump. So in most of the situation, especially in the rural areas and in the farming cases, the electricity is hard to obtain. So such kind of concepts are very much helpful for those areas. Now, through virtual visit, we will uh, observe some innovations related with the hydraulic ram and its implementation for helping humankind. So these are the main two objectives of this particular session. So first of all, we'll discuss what is the working principle of hydraulic ram. Hydraulic ram, it mainly works on the principle of water hammer. So when a flowing liquid is suddenly brought to rest, the change in momentum of liquid causes a sudden rise in pressure, and this rise in pressure is utilized to raise a portion of the liquid to a higher level. So this principle is utilized. So in order to create, so it mainly consists of this is a particular layout of hydraulic ram system. It consists of two reservoirs, and both the reservoirs are at high altitude. So this is a reservoir, a source reservoir, and this is the reservoir where the water is stored. So water is fall from this particular reservoir. This is connected to the hydraulic ram. So this system is called as hydraulic ram. So water is made to flow through this particular pipeline with some velocity. So that water is brought to rest adiabatically in this particular chamber. And in this chamber, what will happen if, because of the sudden stoppage of this flow, the sudden pressure rise happens, and this pressure rise closes this particular wall. So through this animation, we come to know before closing, some water releases from this particular wall, and then the wall closes, and then the pressure of this chamber increases, and this opens this particular wall. This wall gets open. So both are the non-return walls, okay, and they opens in opposite direction. This opens in downward direction. This opens in upward direction. So flow is possible only in one particular direction. So then the water, it is pumped into this air vessel or air chamber. So where it compresses the air in the chamber, and then that compressed air again further pushes this air, further pushes this water into the high level reservoir where it stores. So this way we can elevate the water, or we can lift the water from low level reservoir to high level reservoir. So this is a simple working principle. So no energy is involved here. Only with the help of the water hammer effect principle, this system works. Now the people across the India, they have developed or they have modified this system in different ways and made it utilized for the farming as well as for the humankind. So the coming slides, we are going to see this innovations. So in the first innovation, we'll see this how the working model is developed. That is a simple hydraulic ram. So we are going to discuss with the help of this particular. So this is the video. You can see these are the various components required for making hydraulic ram. So you can see these are the connectors, three connectors, adapters, the two T's, and these are the two ball valves required, some pipes required. This is the check valve. We can call this non-return valve. So it opens only, so from that side it closes. It opens only in one side. Other side, if flow is there, then so arrow is marked there. So which side it opens. So two arrows are required for this check valves required. Then these are the two collars, collars. One will be. He has developed this particular hydraulic ram. Now we can see how this assembly of this hydraulic ram is made. This is quite a simple technique. Only with the help of the given components, the assembly is made. And you can see in this particular video. So it's both collars. One is connected to inlet, one is connected to outlet. So this is ready. So this is the inlet section. This is outlet. So in this direction, the flow is possible. This is outlet section. And now here we are connecting this with the non-return valve. So where whatever the flow coming from this side, that flow becomes stagnant. So this is a non-return valve. You can see in opposite direction. So here the flow is possible in downward direction only. Here the flow is possible in upward direction. So you can see the mark here. So no flow possible in this direction, but still some wastewater is released from that we have seen in the animation part as well. This develops the pressure, and because of that pressure, this valve opens, and then it releases from this pressure. So here we will fit now the pressure vessel or air chamber. So you can take any type of bottle or as an air vessel. So in order to prevent the leakage part, because air is compressed there, so to prevent the leakage, the MCL is used surrounding that. Yes. So this particular bottle, it does the function of compressor. So whatever the compressor here, so pushes that water, and the water is made to flow from this pipeline, discharge pipeline. So this system is ready now. This system is called as hydraulic ram. Now we'll see it's working. This hydraulic ram is now connected to the source reservoir. Simple system you can try at home also. So this is a source reservoir. Now the water from this particular level is to be lifted to higher level. So both levels of reservoirs are at higher level than the ram level. The ram level is the lowest. Now this is the suction pipeline. So from this, the water at some velocity due to gravity it flows. And here, because of the sudden stoppage, so the pressure rise happens and the water flows from this side. And then it goes at a higher altitude than the reservoir. So you can see the level. level of this reservoir and level at the outlet. So obviously, naturally, it cannot be possible unless and until some external agency. Now here, this system develops pressure because of the water hammer. Now we can start the flow. Now when this flow is started, now see here, but that is a fluctuating flow. Some water escape from this particular nozzle at the time of closing. Now the system starts working. Now the water enters into the bottle. You can realize here that water is entered into this bottle. And whatever the air present, it compresses that water. And now this wall is closed. Now we can, if we open this wall, definitely flow will start. It will take some time to stabilize the system. Slightly open. You can see water at high altitude. Yes, it is coming. That means the water is lifted from low level to high level without any external agency. That's why it's called as a free water pump. See here. So this is the level. So naturally it is not possible. This whatever is happening is because of water hammer effect and because of increasing the pressure of this particular water with the help of this chamber that are here. So this is a simple principle. So now this is the just a demo setup. Now how it is materialized, how this concept is materialized for helping mankind, that we are going to see in the coming videos. Now in the next video, we are going to see the person has developed the high pressure bike car washer at home. So this is a working model. Here slightly he has modified the simple version because simple version has a little bit less pressure. So in order to create that pressure, he has used some techniques. So that's just go through this particular. These are the components required for making this high pressure bike oblique car washer. Various components required. This is a hose pipe at the delivery side. Small tank is required. All this waste equipments, you can see the two bottles required that acts as a reservoir. So as the first modification is made, so instead of one air vessel, the two air vessels are used. So this is a valve which is used from the cycle tire valve that is especially used for pumping the air inside this particular tank. Now these are the two air vessels. So these air vessels are generally used to create a pressure and to pump the to pressurize the liquid. This setup is ready. So the modification is that the two air vessels are used. This is connected to the delivery, and on the delivery side also one nozzle is used to increase the velocity of the pressurized fluid. Now, here, similar system. Here the water is good. This is almost 80% tank is filled. Now the tank is closed. Now this system will work as a hydraulic ram. Now if we release the water, release this particular valve, now this water is coming, but the pressure that is required for car washing is not yet developed. You can see. So with this particular pressure, it is not possible to wash the car or any bike. Now, in order to increase the pressure, the hand pump is used. So water is close. Now, the pressure of the water is increased by pumping the air into it, and you can realize here. So as the pressure increases, the water level in the two air vessel increases. Now it compresses the air inside these two bottles. continuously as per the required pressure that you have to raise this. So now the pressure is developed. Now you can check the pressure. This is considerable pressure. So as compared to the without pumping, the pressure is quite sufficient to wash the car or any bike. Now we'll check all the dirty bike is already there without any cloth or without any help of only the pressure. Now you can see because of the pressure, the pipe is released. So that indicates the pressure is quite considerable. Now you can check. Now this is quite pressurized. You can adjust the flow also. Now, with help of only the jet of this water, this is a muddy scooter, and with help of the pressure, it is possible to clean this particular. Cleaning is quite possible. So without cloth, only with the help of the water pressure, it can remove all the mud particles. It is not possible with the help of normal, unless and what, unless and until water is pressurized, it is not possible. So with the help of this simple technique, even without using any energy or without using any external pump, the pressure is done. So again, this is another modification of, we can say, the free energy water pump. See the pressure. Then, can wash the car as well. Already the water is pressurized and with the help of this. Yes. Pressure is developed so that the mud can easily be removed from the car surface. This is the origin. So this is the second innovation we can say. So the slightly in this particular case, the hydraulic jack is modified. In this particular case, in order to compress the air in the container, the hand pump is used. At the same time, to develop more pressure, two air vessels are used. These are the two modifications made to generate the pressurized water. So again, in this case, no electricity is used, no external agency like pump is used or compressor is used. Only the hand pump, which we generally use to infiltrate cycle tire. So that pump is sufficient for generating that particular device or system. This is a second innovation which can be used or which can be developed at home itself for the helping mankind. Now the third innovations that I have collected, that is in this particular innovation, the combined siphon and hydraulic ram principle is utilized. So most of the farms, it is difficult that the water source is available, no pumping system is there. So we have to see this particular system. So mainly consists of two big containers. These are the containers, one which is used for the air vessel and other this is used for the delivery line. So modification is going on. In order to increase the flow rate, you can increase the number of containers. So this is at a particular elevation. So at the raised level, these are fitted, these are mounted. So this is air vessel. We can, or that is for entry of or pouring the water in the particular container. This is a barrel. These are the two barrels. Now, this is the outlet which is connected to the delivery side. And this container are mounted on some platform which is at high level. And this is outlet with common header. This is outlet of the, so from this water, pressurized water is taken. This is a inlet piping, so purposely the pipe is transparent. This is outlet connection. The inlet is on that side. This is outlet, and in between outlet, get that ramming effect somewhere. This is inlet. This creates intake water pipe. Now it is submerged in that particular lake. That is fitted now. Here we can feed the inlet pipes. Now, due to siphon effect, the water is taken from the reservoir, or in this case, a small lake, into this particular container. Now, initially, it is necessary to fill the both containers. They are submerged at slightly at the bottom level, so that you get that pressure. Siphon effect, water is raised up to this particular level. Now this container need to be filled. Almost 70% water is filled in this particular container. Get the priming effect. Now this both tanks filled with the almost filled with the water. The tanks are almost full and wait to see whether it will work or not. Now the tank is already filled. From suction through siphon effect, the water comes inside the tank. So that initial level is there. Now he closes both valves. These are for only pouring water. This is a delivery side. Through siphon effect, check the this is a for ramming effect. Here, this is the supply tank for ramming, and this is the delivery side. Now you can check the water, and if we now see the pressure. So the high pressure is developed. So water at a very strong pressure as the pipe is big, how long it is coming out. So because of the siphon effect, the water is raised up to the tank, elevated tanks, and from tank to this particular place, in between there is a for getting that ramming effect, the air vessels are used, and that air pressure pushes that water, and that further increase that pressure. So there is a double effect. Already the gravity effect is there. So in that ramming effect adds, and the pressurized water it releases. So this particular system, it can be used in the farming, any farm for watering the plants without any external pump. This system will continuously run. So still the testing is going on. I'm not sure about how much time it will, how much time that pressure will sustain, because at present the tank is almost 70% filled. So the doubt is still in my mind that whether that same pressure is continue uh, for a longer period or only till the level is done, because the water flow rate and the supply rate is not equal maybe, but like the flow rate required for drip irrigation, at least that initial priming, the flow rate required for drip irrigation is sufficient, that no flow rate is required. So continuously hours together, if this system is work, it can wet the entire land and without any electricity. So that's why this is another innovation related with the this particular hydraulic ram. So these are the three cases we have. There are many cases you can search Google. So it is advisable that for every subject, so to implement the knowledge of that particular subject, it is advisable that some innovation part, whatever the knowledge you have, how you can implement that particular knowledge. I mean, especially the fundamental subjects are very much helpful to applying the fundamental systems. So these systems, whatever three systems we have discussed or we have visited actually, so these systems are not that much costly systems. So anyone can develop this system. So for more, you can check the videos, that is free water pump. And through these videos, you can learn more things. This is for just triggering the things. I am not gone in detail part of this, but being an engineer, you can design this system because the system developers, they were not engineers, but through the experience, they have developed the system. So at the end of this particular session, at least you will be able to explain the working principle of hydraulic ram, how it works. And then you can implement that working principle of hydraulic ram for more practical application to help mankind. So this is actually that must be outcome of this session. So whatever the three innovations you have visited in this particular session, so get that idea and use some other applications also where there is very difficult to obtain the electricity. In many farms, their water is available, but it is very difficult to get the electricity there. So there we can apply our knowledge. So in this particular session, we have used the knowledge of fluid mechanics, the siphon principle also we have used in the last case. And in the third case, that there you can design how much is the level of that water tank so that the pressure there should not fall below the pressure that is required, that is 7.6 meter of water column. So there, the designing of siphon part that you can do. So it's a combined principle, and later on the water hammer effect. So this way, how the knowledge is combined and implement to develop actual systems. So that's it from this particular session. I hope this session will be helpful for you. And maybe in future also, you can use similar thought process you can develop for other subjects as well to develop some this innovative projects. So that may be helpful for your final year project. You can start working from this SEO onwards. So and convert this project, this concept into a capstone project that is the expectation in the final year. So you come out with a real outcome of this graduation. Thank you very much.